If you have ever found yourself in a tight financial spot, needing quick access to cash, your first thought was probably about your credit score. For millions of people, that three-digit number feels like an intimidating brick wall standing between them and the help they need. The fear of getting hit with a hard inquiry that further damages your score, only to be rejected anyway, stops many people in their tracks. You might be asking yourself, what credit score do you actually need to get approved for a loan through Possible Finance? Here is the direct answer. You do not need any credit score at all to qualify for Possible Finance. Possible Finance does not run a traditional FICO credit check when you apply for a loan. Whether you have bad credit, fair credit, or no credit history whatsoever, your credit score is completely excluded from their underwriting decision. To understand why this is and how you can position yourself for approval, it helps to look at how traditional lending differs from alternative financial technology. Traditional lenders rely heavily on credit bureaus like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. If past financial hardships or a lack of credit history dragged your score down, traditional systems flag you as high risk without looking at your current ability to pay. Possible Finance was designed specifically to bypass that legacy framework by evaluating your real-time cash flow instead of past credit mistakes. Instead of pulling your credit report, Possible Finance requires you to link your primary checking account using a secure connection. Their proprietary algorithm looks at your actual financial habits, focusing on your recent income, bank balance stability, and spending patterns over the past 90 days. They want to verify that you have a steady stream of income, typically requiring regular direct deposits, and that your account isn't constantly sitting in a deep negative balance or incurring frequent overdraft fees. As long as you earn consistent income, even as little as a few $100s a week, you can qualify for a small loan, usually ranging up to $500 depending on your state guidelines and cash flow. While this creates an accessible lifeline for those shut out of traditional banking, it is equally important to understand the realities and limitations of this type of borrowing. Possible Finance provides short-term microloans that are typically repaid in installments over a 2-month period. Although their rates and fee structures are generally much safer and less predatory than traditional payday loans, the borrowing costs can still be relatively high compared to standard personal bank loans or credit cards. It is a short-term solution designed for unexpected expenses, not a long-term financing strategy. However, one major advantage of Possible Finance is that they report your on-time installment payments to major credit bureaus. This means that while they do not check your credit score to approve you, using the app responsibly and making every payment on time can actually help you build or rebuild your credit score over time. If you plan to apply, there are several actionable steps you can take to maximize your chances of getting approved. First, make sure you link the specific checking account where your paychecks are directly deposited. Having at least 2 to 3 months of consistent deposit history in that account gives the algorithm the data it needs. Second, time your application carefully. Apply when your bank account shows a positive balance and avoid applying right after hitting an overdraft or right before large automated bills clear. Third, keep existing short-term debt to a minimum. Having multiple active cash advance apps or short-term loans open simultaneously signals financial distress and increases your likelihood of denial. Ultimately, Possible Finance removes the credit score barrier entirely. By focusing on your present cash flow rather than your credit history, it provides a manageable path to handle short-term cash crunches while giving you an opportunity to establish a stronger financial foundation for the future.